Hey everybody, how are you? And we're going to go ahead and start showing you about the different ways of importing. Okay, so here are the methods we're going to talk about. First is the open button method, the file open method, selecting from multiple files, saving and importing from the cloud, importing from folder systems, and of course importing from the internet, three-point method. And then if we can, we might also talk about importing. Let's see if I can type here. It's not good enough. Okay, so one of the other method is, of course, let me go ahead and do this. That's importing from the iPad, sorry. Okay, here we go. So we'll talk about importing from an iPhone or an iPad, and this only works for Apple users. So sorry, Android people. And then, of course, placing an image within an image, and whether it's embedded or linked, and we'll talk about that. Okay, first let's start about the open button method. Okay, so the open button, obviously, is right here. Okay, so if I was to move it right here, let's see if I can do this. Okay, and if you click open, okay, and you should be able, once again, I have my exercise files. So very simple, you can go ahead and click open, and there you have it. Eventually it will appear. There you have it. Okay, so that is the open method. So let's go ahead and X out of this one. And the next method, of course, is the file open, okay? And that can happen anywhere. So basically, you go to File, and you click Open, okay? And I'm at the Start window here, so I'll choose a sunset here. And once I'm in here, I can also choose File Open again, and this time I can bring the tortoise here, okay? So I got two things here side by side. Pretty darn good. Alrighty. The next thing is, obviously, selecting multiple files. Alright, let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and X out of this. And again, we can do it several ways. First, you can go ahead and click Open. And let's go ahead and find a different folder where they have multiple files. Ah, there we go. So if I choose multiple files, okay, so let me go ahead and bring this in here so you can see what I'm talking about. One of the ways, of course, is basically if you press and hold the Control key, okay, press and hold Control, and let me confirm that, okay, you can select multiple files. Alright, so let me go ahead and do this if I can. I hope I'm right. So I press and hold the Control key, and it's not the Control key. I think it's the Command. Okay, I think it might be the Control key on your computer, so try. But if you notice, I'm selecting multiple different files. Okay, you see that? Okay, so there we go. There you have it right there. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. If you're using a Mac, I would imagine you can go ahead and select the Command key, okay? So I'll go ahead and do that. If you press the Control key, select multiple files. This is for the Windows people, which is mostly my Azusa students. But if you press and hold, okay, the Command key, okay, and that is for Mac users. Okay, so that's for my Gladstone students. All right, so basically if I select all these, okay, I can go ahead and press open, and all of the pictures that I selected will be opened in Photoshop. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and X out of this. I can do the same thing for file open. Okay, and again, once again, here are my selections here. Okay, trying to make this work. There we go. External hard drive. Let's do that. Okay, so you see there's a little baby, a little toddler. We got a little drive over there, and then we've got something that's really awfully good. Okay, so there we have it. So any way you want, you can go ahead and do that, and that is for the open method. Okay. Then saving and importing from the cloud. Okay, now that's a hard one because first of all, let's go ahead and open a image, any image you want. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and file, and I'm going to go ahead actually from here. You might have some images over here. So go ahead and click here. I'm going to click this guy right here, this nice looking dish over here. And I'm going to go File, Save. Let's see how I'm going to do this. Save as or save a copy. And then I'm given a choice. I should be given a choice to create at the Creative Cloud Files. Or actually, there should be something here. Let me hold on a second. Okay, so what you're going to do now to save this image here is very simple. You go File, Save. Let's go save a copy. Or let's do this. Let's go ahead and, well, let's go into, well, anyways, you're here. And originally I thought it was a Creative Cloud right here, one of these guys, okay? But what you got to do is the cloud will only save in Photoshop, will only save as Photoshop. And so now I get to save to the cloud. So there it is right there. Okay, copy. So I'm going to go ahead and make it dinner plate PSD. Okay, and when it says PSD, that means it is going to be saved as a Photoshop document. Okay, so it might be something I might ask you later on. Okay, so that would be called photo. Goodness, this thing doesn't want to. Let me. I'm trying to get this thing to type in a normal text. So let's go ahead. Maybe I should use a different kind of document. So there it is. Okay, so in other words, for the most part, okay, let me go and do this. PSD stands for Photoshop document. Okay, so there we go. And so Photoshop document, PSD. Now what, and then I can save onto the cloud. Here it is to save to cloud documents, and I'll do that. It'll be called dinner place. I've got other things in here as well. I guess I should kind of empty it out, but I'm going to save it. Okay, then I'll go ahead and notice basically it's, well, let's go ahead and click here. And now if I go to my files, okay, there it is right there. When I say my files, that's my cloud files. Okay, so I can just go ahead and open that. Let me just see what all this stuff is. Alright, stuff I really don't need, but at any rate, it's there that I've kept all along. So I might actually need some of these again. So here are the exercise files. So I kind of don't need those. But anyways, that's how you pretty much do the save to the cloud, okay? The next thing, of course, is importing from folder systems. And let me show you what I'm talking about, okay? So let's go to, actually, let's go to new home. And let me show you what I mean by folder system. So if I click on, for me, it's the Finder. For you, it could be the Windows Explorer. And basically what it is, alright, and so let's say for instance I go back to my graphics and exercise files, and let's go a little bit here, and let's do the woman and her big dog, and I just grab it. Okay, so I got my Finder or Explorer over here, and I just grab it and put it to the lower left is where I like to put it, and look at that, it just appears. Okay, so it's like, so instead of doing File Open, I can just drag it there, which is pretty much how I do it. Now if I want to do multiple files, let me go back to my, there it is. So if I want to do this, and I want to do, let's see, Manhattan, okay, and I do both of them, here we go, okay, and see, there's Manhattan, and then there's the dog and the lady, okay. So that's the way to do it for multiple files, okay. So let's go back over here and import. That's importing. So then from the internet, I think I kind of showed you this. So excuse me. So if I was to like say, okay, so let's say I want to look for something, and let's go for robots. How about, shall we? And I think I showed you this before. And another thing is really cool. Like say we want to get this big handsome guy, and I click on him and I move him over. Look at this. Let's see if that moves. Nope, I guess I can't. Well, I thought I could. I thought I saw that happening, but maybe not. But oh, here we go. Well, I just saw something there. Let's do it again. Kind of sometimes I test things out of the blue. I definitely can copy image, okay, and go here, File, New, okay, and as you remember, the clipboard. and then you can go ahead and paste the method, okay? So paste, edit, paste. So that's the 3 points, okay? So the first point, let's not save, is to go to, okay, Command C, copy, okay? There's copy, okay? And then let's go ahead and file new, okay? There it is, and that's number 2, and then edit, paste. That's the third point, okay? So that's how we do it. All right, so let's go back. Almost done here. Okay. Importing from iPad or iPhone. Now, I don't know if this will work, but I can try. So let's go to File, Import from iPad. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know, because one thing for sure, in order for this to work, I have to have the Wi-Fi the same. So I will try this now. I'll turn on my Wi-Fi. Let's see if I can do this. Give me a second here. I'll pause the video until it... Okay, so I got my Wi-Fi and I got it in... I want to put it on staff. Okay, so let's see if that happens. Okay. Now let's try it. Import. And it still won't let me do it. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this, but I will certainly try. Let me see if my iPad works. Yeah, both on the same network, and I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know if this can work here. See, let's try this. Import from iPad. Don't know if it can work here. So we can go ahead and let's open something here. And now I'll try it. Open from take photo. Huh. Don't know how it works, so I'll figure it out, and maybe I'll present it at a later time. All right, so let's see. But I know that the circumstance has to be right. Now, but since we have this, next thing we're going to talk about place image in an image. Okay, so place embedded and place linked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and File, Place Embedded, and Linked. Linked means it has to stay at the folder that it came from. Embedded means it doesn't matter where it came from. So I'm going to choose Embedded, and I'm going to choose, like, say, maybe let's do the iPad thing over there. Since okay, so there we go. And the nice thing about this, okay, so notice that there's a like a cross here. That means this is embedded. You have to press Enter. Okay, and now it's there. So cool thing about this. Let me show you a little action here. Okay, here is my tool set. I will click on this tool here. Okay, let's see if also I noticed that my layers window is missing, so I need to have layers. Okay, there it is right there. And let me right click, do something here. You'll all learn this. Click here and delete, and there. Look at that, beautiful, huh? So now we've got a nice, you know, a nice looking. Let's go ahead and move this. And it's not really moving very well, is it? Okay, so anyways, you got this guy going, and of course, see, there we go. So it's kind of taking up a lot of memory. That's why it's kind of messing up over there. But anyways, as you see, that's how you do embed an image in an image. All right, that's pretty much it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about this personally, but I have it here. And I'm going to pause, and I will see you later.